What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Andre SOG Ward. He warns Tyson Fury to postpone the fight due to the cut that he sustained in the Otto Wallin fight. Okay? He risks losing simply because he is not ready and there's simply not enough time for the tissue around that eye to heal the way it's supposed to heal due to the type of fighter Deontay Wilder is or the puncher that he is. One punch could open that up, okay? We are aware of tape, gauze, and gloves, and power that's either built or God-given. In Deontay Wilder's case, it is, I think, 98.99999% God-given. And if he punches you, you're going to be in trouble. Now, what do I say about that? First off, let me counterpunch. I feel that Andre Ward is concerned about Tyson Fury having a fair shake at where he is now versus where he will be in the near future, because it's the 22nd of September. You got October, November, December. That's 3 months. January, February. Okay. So it's really cutting it close. It's questionable if he will be ready. Right? And it's almost like history repeating itself. At first, it was the drugs, the alcohol, the weight. He had to be in shape. He had to get a couple tune-ups. Is he ready? Can he go 12 rounds with a hungry beast like Deontay Wilder? Or now, it's another question. If he gets hit, can his skin hold up? Will those scars, those stitches that are constantly healing your face, his face, will they be ready? Will they be properly healed? Will they get split back open? So it's a lot of things. It's another journey. It's another question, right? And I can understand Andre Ward saying that. I can understand him wanting him to fall back. But don't get me wrong. If he was to take Andre Ward, which if he takes his advice, he would be that person that he would be what Deontay Wilder recommended. Step aside, let me fight the winner out of Joshua Ruiz. Then we'll settle up in another 6 months, right? But who really knows if that's going to happen? And I'll say it again and again to counterpunch Andre Ward. I think and I feel that Deontay Wilder is not a pressure fighter. He's not a fighter that's going to go and throw punches and bunches. And if he does happen to split Tyson Fury's face open, to reopen those cuts, if he does that, that doesn't mean you should stop that fight. Why? Because he is not going to bring constant aggression to that eye. He won't do it. I would be surprised if he does, because if he does, that means he was able to put pressure on Fury that he's never been able to do before. Look at rounds 9 and rounds 12. Even when he knocked down Tyson Fury was not only able to weather the storm, he was able to get punches off because Wilder was so wild. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't able to do what he normally does to other opponents. But for one, I feel a lot was on the line with Tyson Fury. And the people that were in charge, that was on the team of Tyson Fury, was able to not allow the same bullshit that Deontay Wilder did in the fight previous. And that was throw rabbit punches, illegal punches behind the head, you know. And that's a big factor. Now, if you're looking at Tyson Fury, should he, in fact, step aside? Because you look at it, maybe it's one of them situations where maybe it's better safe than sorry at this point. Because you're like, okay, I'd rather postpone the fight than go in there not at 100%, because that was the narrative before. The narrative before was, will he be 100%? What percentile is Tyson Fury? And I think because he was not 100%, I think that was the whole tribulation, or one of the tribulations for Tyson Fury, that stacked the odds against him fighting this guy, Deontay Wilder, because Deontay Wilder is active, right? He's not the guy that has been out of the ring and he has drug issues and mental. He ain't that dude, right? So now it seems like, to me, there's another obstacle, dilemma, possible problem with fighting Wilder now, according to Andre Ward. So we're looking at it like, well, you know, it is questionable. It is not like something that's made up, but, you know, he may need to take time off. I don't know how the contract's set up. I know there's a rematch in place. I know all that, but we don't really know. At the end of the day, we don't know what's going on with Tyson Fury. But I feel that Andre Ward is right to a certain extent. If realistically he cannot go in and fight this guy, and it's not it's one of those risky situations, like he may be okay versus being okay. Like, okay, he might be 100%, but then his shit is just recently healed. It's up to the trainers, it's up to the team of Wilder to make this happen. If it doesn't happen, okay. If they decide, nay, hey, we don't want this fight due to cuts, I can understand that, because his promoter and co-promoter said the same shit. Okay? So Andre Ward is right there in the ballpark. The only thing I would counterpunch and disagree with Andre Ward is the fact that Deontay Wilder is not one of those pressure fighters. He's not a guy that's busy. He's not a guy that he uses his size and his height and his power as the dominant factors in his fight game. And his fight game really ain't much. It's not. It's very, very predictable. The only problem is, since he's not an orthodox fighter, this is what you're going to have a problem with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is not an orthodox fighter, so he doesn't go in bobbing, moving, slipping, shots. He's not that type of dude. He's not going in trying to be strategic. He's not. He's going in there, tall, using his height, using his reach, with the jab, and the jab is not even the factor. The jab is the rangefinder for the right Scud missile. That's it. That's all he wants to do. He is more like a after-school knockout artist. He's that dude that, hey, man, you mess with Deontay, you're going to get done in, right? Yeah, he knocked out a couple dudes. All they had to do was hit him one time. That's his mentality. Deontay Wilder doesn't care about any of that. So he's saying, I'm going to bust his eye wide open. That's just talking with bad intentions. That's it. But in hindsight, we're looking at Deontay Wilder. He's not a pressure fighter. He doesn't know anything about the business because he believes too much in his power to have that type of mindset. A person with a busy mindset knows that I got to hit this person everywhere. His chin, his chest, okay, his arms. I got to hit him everywhere. I'm not pinpointing anything. Deontay Wilder is. I want to hit him somewhere upstairs. If it takes me 12 rounds, if it takes me 1 round, I want that knockout. That is Deontay Wilder. So realistically, if you're looking at the style of Wilder, he is not a guy that is at huge risk, right? Or big risk of splitting Tyson Fury's eye open. And even if he does, it would be a situation where he's not putting enough pressure to convince the judges that to stop the fight. Because for one, Fury has his own form of defense, and he knows how to. He's been in the ring with Deontay Wilder. He knows how to slip and dip punches, right? He knows a duck and slip under those punches. So those punches, okay, even if he lands one that cuts his eye, okay, now that's up to the experience of the cut man, you know? And then especially you have to stay away from the attack for the next how many minutes remaining in that fight, right? So it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It doesn't, because Deontay Wilder is not a guy. He's a knockout artist. He's not an Ali, okay? Ali, Floyd Mayweather, others, okay, have put you in that category of cutting fighters due to their speed. You know what I mean? You just chop, 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 chop. You know, you might get caught with a hook or an uppercut, an awkward uppercut that slits their eye open, like Gary Cooper. Wilder ain't no fucking Gary Cooper. Wilder is more like an Ernie Shavers. That's that. He has the power to knock you out. Doesn't mean he's going to be that person that he's so fast, sharp, and busy that he's going to cut you with his leather or with those angled punches, with those left hooks. You know what I'm saying? That goes around the guard or any of those. He's not that type of dude that is as a huge risk factor for Tyson Fury. So, you know, Andre Ward, of course, wants the best possible outcome. And the only thing I can think about is he wants Tyson Fury at 100%. All the way around. Versus where he is now with his, with his 47 stitches in his head. You know? And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with having a even playing field. If you're a commentator, you're an ex-fighter, just like me. I don't like fighters that fight past their prime and try to fight the elite guys of the day. And those elite guys of the day gladly take that challenge on because they know how easy it is. I don't like any of that shit. That's something I frown upon. And that's going on in the sport of boxing today. However, to wrap this up, you guys tell me what you think. You guys tell me if Andre Ward is telling the truth. Do you think he needs to postpone this fight? You guys let me know. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.